Midfield, negative midfield players, and defence.
Oh, perfect question. Perfect question. There's only one person responsible, and it's not just for this season, it's for the last 10 years, and his name's Daniel Levy. No investment in the club whatsoever. Any chairman that makes profit on a transfer window when we are crying out for players, then he's not the right man for the job. Because this there, right, is not Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. This is a business for ENIC. Until we get an investor that can put money into the football team that reflects it on the football pitch, then you can start talking about Tottenham Hotspur being a force again.
It's an unstable squad, unsettled, there's not the correct personnel there. It's a team game, you need a uniform bond, we don't have that.
We do need new players. I hope the board is watching this. We've got a top-class manager that wants to integrate a winning mentality to a winning team, but that will take a little bit of time. We know that, but some of the players, as this gentleman said, they're not the right personnel at this moment.
It's the new midfielder Bentancur.
We're crying out for a central midfield player that can play football. You know, an Ericsson type, a Hoddle type. We've never replaced these sort of players. You know, we've gone with the cheap £15 million Højbjergs and people like that. You've got nobody who can feed the likes of Son or Kane. Instead of Kane having to drop off 20 yards to do what he's relying on other people to do for him. It is a question of things need to change upstairs.
Well, we're keeping the goalkeeper, thank goodness. We're going to keep Romero. I would keep Rodon. I would get rid of Sanchez. There's Royale. There's Doherty. There's Reguilon. They can't defend. You can't just en masse ship out and replace. It's a long process. We've got nothing in midfield with any flair or creativity. We desperately need someone.
We're lacking like a playmaker, someone who's gonna, pick their pockets for the guys on the top end of the field to sort of, get us the goals. I think personally we've got to keep Kane, but Kane, if this another summer of new players not coming in or whatever, is he going to sort of had his head? Is his head turned already? We don't know. It looks that way, but he's coming into form. So it's down to the board now what they're going to do. This team needs to be backs now because
they have to step up.
They have to step up.
They've brought in a manager who's a proven serial perennial winner. You've got to give him the tools to work with. He's got to be given the players that he needs. We'll see what happens in the summer.
Based on current performance, no. We desperately need our Dyer back, skip back.
We'll find out after today. If we lose today, it's all over.
With the current squad, very doubtful. The fact that our rivals, Arsenal, West Ham, Manchester United, the teams around us, they're not playing well, they're inconsistent. Who comes good at the right time? I don't think we will.
I think we've got a big chance, but that's if we can win 4 or 5 under bounds. But we've seen the inconsistencies of the squad, so I reckon we're in there with Arsenal, United, West Ham, and maybe the games in hand might work for us, but we'll have to wait and see. It's a big if.
Big if.
I'm not concerned, to be honest. What do you think of it?
I think with the games in hand, what Tottenham have at the moment, if we win our games in hand, it puts us in a strong position. But we need to take advantage of the other team slipping up and win our games in hand and take it from there.
But we are losing our games in hand at the moment.
At the moment, we're not winning our games in hand, and that's the problem we've got. If we win them, we're in a very strong position.
Well, I don't know about Chelsea, but Liverpool, Man City are way ahead of everybody else. You see that last night, the gulfing class between the number one team in the country to a team that's fighting relegation. The gulfing class is miles and miles apart, and we are not that far behind Norwich City. We're lucky that we've got the points in hand because we've got tough 4 away games coming up, and that's why today is very, very important. I hate to say this, but I think it's going to be, there's 2 other London clubs involved. Could be either one of them 2. I think they've got unity above them, West Ham. I think they're punching above their weight. They've got strength in key areas and they're scoring goals. The other mob down the road, they're in with a chance as well because they got a good result the other day. Where we had the chance to go one step ahead of them, we always muck it up. We ain't got that heart.
Well, West Ham playing well, but they could come unstuck at any time. It's the inconsistencies. It's hard to say who is going to get that.
I think it's whoever goes on the run. If someone can knock 3 or 4, 5 wins on the bounce from now to the next month or so, you know, they're going to be sort of like the leading horse, you know, for it. So I personally think we've got a big chance, but if we can sort of knock out the inconsistencies, we can't defend. We know this, but I'm hoping we might be able to defend in a few games coming towards us.
Add to that, we've got some 6-pointers. We've got Arsenal to play down here. We've got West Ham to play here. They're must-win games.
Got City next Saturday. Big
Difficult.
arse.
That's why we needed to beat Southampton, because we can expect to lose in Manchester. But well, strange things have happened.
Yeah, that has.
Well, he's not with us anymore, so what can I say? We love the man. He's gone, isn't he?
As they say, the king is dead, long live the king.
That's always been on the cards. That's been on the cards since he went. I'm surprised they waited that long. I think he will be at Man United, to be honest with you. I can't see him coming back here because he just doesn't get on with David Lee. So there's no. Yeah, and leave you let him down.
The same as he let Harry Redknapp down, same as he let Martin Young down. We shop in Primark.
Exactly.
Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, they shop in Harrods. We shop in Primark.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Conte will be going in the summer if he doesn't back him.
He's too good for a really younger team.
Yeah, 100%.
It could answer a question that we was asking for years. If he is backed in the transfer market properly, we'll then see what he can do. He was not backed here, and that was the end of it. There are doubts because of some of the decisions he made here, but we'll have to wait and see.
Pochettino will always have a place in my heart. Why? He should have been Tottenham's answer to Arsene Wenger. The ship sort of went into stormy waters. He got sacked. I think we should have backed him. He's not been backed properly. He made a team with a net spend. We didn't spend in 2 transfer windows, didn't we? You know what? Sometimes new players need to see new players coming in. They up their game again. They go again. You know what I mean? But without this kind of the backing or whatever, I don't know. A lot of people might have wanted him gone. I didn't want him gone because he's made my life as a Spurs fan in the last 5 years so much more enjoyable. He made us good. We still just couldn't get over the line, and I reckon if he was backed, we might have just got over that line. So.
We got the team playing as a unit, as a strong bond.
Everything was good.
But he had earned the board. He had earned a lift off the board, but the board still wouldn't give it.
I think when
the players became stale, and down
there you
we
go.
went.
Ferguson did it for 20 years at Man United. He made teams and teams. Like Wenger made teams out of teams. He got back to buy the players. Ferguson did as well. But are we talking that ambition here? I ain't seen that ambition here. I don't think we're ambitious enough. We've got the stadium and all that, but what's it with a mediocre team?
That's like a nice gaff in Hampstead or Belgravia, but there's no furniture.
No furniture,
yeah, no furniture.
You know,